materialist contention that there is nothing but matter is directly falsified. In fact, reincarnation and near-death experiences are not the only anomalous phenomena for materialist science. Its limits are being challenged on a number of fronts. There are problems of punctuation marks in biological evolution, which Stephen Gould has popularized. There are problems of biological morphogenesis that Rupert Sheldrake has brought to our attention. There are problems of mind-body healing on which such luminaries as Deepak Chopra and Larry Dossey have written extensively. There are anomalies of extrasensory perception and even of normal perception. Our creativity and spirituality must be regarded as anomalous phenomena for the materialist paradigm. Most notably, anomalies and paradoxes in physics itself, in quantum physics, have been the subject of many recent books. The new science of reincarnation is an outgrowth of a new paradigm in science within the primacy of consciousness that has been developing for some time. My recent book, The Self-Aware Universe, How Consciousness Creates the Material World, delineates how all the paradoxes and anomalies of quantum physics can be resolved if we base science on the metaphysical assumption that consciousness, not matter, is the ground of all being. In a subsequent book, The Physicist's View of Nature, Volume 2, The Quantum Revolution, I have shown how the new paradigm of science, which I call science within consciousness, or idealist science, can be extended to explain not only the anomalies of psychology, normal and paranormal, but also those of biology, cognitive science, and mind-body medicine. This new paradigm also integrates science with spirituality, which is the subject of my book, The Visionary Window, A Quantum Physicist's Guide to Enlightenment. In the present book, I further explore and extend the new science to incorporate survival after death, reincarnation, and immortality. In truth, I began research on physics of the soul almost immediately after The Self-Aware Universe was published, and all the wonderful things reported in my subsequent books already mentioned really grew out of this research. This book was almost published in a premature form in 1997, but I am glad in retrospect that the deal fell through. Subsequently, what held back the publication of Physics of the Soul is the intriguing question of resurrection and immortality. Only after the insight about the physics of immortality came to me was I prepared to publish the book you are holding now. Anyway, I will share with you all the stories leading to my various insights. Is there a soul that survives death and transmigrates from one body to another? I will show that when quantum ideas are included in our model of consciousness in the context of idealist science, there is a soul-like entity, I call it the quantum monad, that mediates reincarnation. If reincarnation is scientific, how should we live and die? I examine the consequences of the new science of reincarnation on our worldview, on how we die and how we live, and how we should view our quest for immortality. Can we ever develop a physics of immortality? Yes, we can, although aspects of such a physics will perhaps take decades, maybe even centuries, to experimentally verify and evolutionarily manifest. And yet, I suggest we may take heart for such a venture from some controversial data that have been with us for many decades. The UFO data. I have been writing this book since 1994. Many people contributed to the development of this book. The many discussions with my theosophical friend Hugh Harrison were instrumental, as were those with philosophers Robert Tompkins and Kirsten Larson. For a while, Hugh, Kirsten, Robert, and I had a discussion group for these issues that helped considerably. Of great value, too, were discussions with such luminaries in the field as Stan Groff, Satwant Pasricha, and Kenneth Ring. More recently, I have benefited from long discussions with the psychiatrist Amit Goswami and the mystic philosopher Swami Swarupananda. I thank you all. I also thank the Infinity Foundation and Rajiv Malhotra and Barbara Stewart for support during part of the period of the writing of this book. Finally, I would like to thank the editorial staff at Hampton Roads for taking good care of all the details of the actual publication.